Consumer confidence is an oxymoron these days. Searching, shopping, and buying patterns in our industry have dramatically changed. Visibility in our businesses is almost non-existing, forcing us in management to adjust our forecasts almost in real time. But adjust we must. Despite everything you see, you hear, you read, global travel is forecast to actually increase 3% this year, according to the WTTC. In fact, travel, tourism, and hospitality represent the world's largest industry, accounting for 8% of global employment, 9% of capital invested, and 10% of global GDP. And every year, millions of citizens will leave their borders for the first time. And what are you doing to get them as your customers? As we all know, this enormous marketplace is highly fragmented because of the terrestrial nature of travel itself. Suppliers and infrastructure operate all over the world, one destination at a time. However, the travel, researching, planning, sharing, purchasing, documenting, and memorializing process is wholly digital, which is why travel is an e-commerce and m-commerce category killer. Technology-based products, services, and innovation are absolutely essential to success. We know this very well at Phocuswright because we have tracked, analyzed, and opined on the strategic center of the world's largest industry at every turn for a very long time, at least since I've had hair, used to have hair. From the first GDS to e-ticketing to OTAs, fast forward to meta-search, social networks, RSS feeds, user-generated review, blogs, location-based mobile applications, Twitter, the list goes on and on and on. And just yesterday, for example, Expedia announced the temporary elimination of booking fees for when consumers buy air. So that OTA meta battle continues. Tough times are a cyclical reality for travel, and while they are always difficult to endure, our industry always comes out better for it. Companies are forced to get leaner and meaner. They find ways to do it better, faster, cheaper. But the most important thing is that in these tough times, consumers become more willing to try new things and let go of the familiar. So if consumers are more willing to try new things, and if tough times, companies are less willing to launch new things, you know what happens to the few that do. And these changes are not temporary, ladies and gentlemen. They are permanent. Post-September 11th, OTAs rode a counter-cyclical wave to firmly establish themselves as the shopping tool of choice for millions of travelers. In 2001, OTAs had already been around a while, and they were growing, but it took a spark, a catalyst, to get them into the mainstream traveler psyche as travelers changed their regular travel searching and buying behavior. So who will ride the counter-cyclical wave to the top this time? We observe, we forecast, and we stick our necks out for a living at Phocuswright. That is our organization's currency. In our recent December survey, it became crystal clear that travelers still use 3.7 different websites in the travel searching shopping process, no matter how many products any one company tries to squeeze into any one website. In the consumer's mind, corporate or leisure, no one brand is ever going to satisfy the urge to check around. Well over 90% of the searches on OTA sites, for example, are not monetized because shoppers use them like meta-search. i.e., a tool to make a decision, but not necessarily a transaction.